The last World Cup of 2018 brings us to the Le Vosges region in France. To our south of Strasbourg, the Bresse area is rich in nature, slopes and, most importantly, mountain bike trails. With its newly assembled tracks, Le Bresse promises to deliver high-intensity races all weekend long. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rob Warner. Joining me is Bart Brenton's here then for the final XCC short track race of 2018. Bart Brenton's, you looking forward to it?
Yes, of course I do, especially right now, the finals. The points what the riders can earn for the overall standing means a lot. Of course, Jolanda Neff, Annika Langvaart, here she is, Jolanda.
The World Cup leader at the moment, Bart.
But also between the numbers 3 till 6, it means a lot, these points what they can earn in this race today.
There's Annika Langvaart, second in points at the moment. Actually just 142 points back. And remember, good points on offer this evening. She could really close that gap down. Emily Batty from Canada.
She's on 4th place in the overall standings.
And a real fight it is for 3rd place.
Maja Zozowska on 3rd place here, Alexandra Keller, she's on 5th, and Anne Tauber on 6th place.
And they're only separated by 27 points. There's Elizabeth Brandau,
the German champion.
And the course here, Bart, is pretty tough, I believe, right? It made probably even harder by the mud. You can see it on the bikes there. There is Alexandra,
Raisa from Brazil, Raisa Gulau.
Well, let's have a look at the World Cup standings then, coming into this. So there you go, just 27 points separating 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. 142 points at the front. As I said, 125 for the winter day. And Annika Langvaart is the stronger rider in this discipline.
She won already 4 short track races this year. Only Alexandra Keller, she won in Andorra earlier this year. So yeah, Annika definitely, she's probably the favorite for today. 6th short track race of the season. This one is probably the hardest course. It's a climber's course. And the big question is, can Annika Langvaart win her 5th race out of 6? And very valuable points for the battle between the 3rd place.
And this is a breakdown of those points on offer tonight. 2nd place takes 100, 3rd 80, and so it goes down all the way to 10th. It's not just about points though. The start positions also decided for the front 2 rays of Sunday's race from the top 16 finishers here now.
Yeah, and on a course like this here in Val Noord, it's important to start position.
Definitely is, yeah. Well, let's have a look at this track then, Bart. Now, I've done a lap of the cross-country track with you. That was brutal. You're telling me this isn't much easier?
No, this is probably the hardest short track course from this season. There's a lot of grass sections which are not that good rideable. It's very bumpy. These berms here are very nice and flowy, but there's a long climb in it, or actually and a second smaller climb into it as well. And probably the hardest short track course of the whole season.
Plenty of people here as well this evening. Cloudy, pretty cold out there. Yeah, that won't bother the riders, right?
I don't think so, no.
Quite nice.
It is, yeah. Like yesterday we had like 30 degrees, sunny conditions, but today it's completely the opposite. Only 14 degrees. It's a bit cold, but when the start goes on, it's warm enough for the riders.
So everyone in the warm-up area will be called to the line very shortly indeed.
And especially also the start position for Sunday means a lot for the result of today.
And here is the start list for this evening then. Kate Courtney, keep an eye on her. She's been performing well, actually. Pauline Perrin-Prévot, the multi-time, multi-discipline world champion. But missed Menton actually, didn't she? So great to see her back here.
Hometown race.
That's right.
Her.
Close to here she lives. Emily Batty, Maja Zozowska as well there, 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, we can also say with Langvaart and Kate Courtney, same team, same as for Jolanda Neff with Maja Zozowska. Yep. So probably some team tactics will have a big fact in the short track today as well.
The number 21 there, Hayley Smith, showed great performances at the last round in Mont-Saint-Anne. Catherine Pendrell back in 29th.
Julie Bresse from France.
Olympic champion. So here they come then down to the line. The ever-smiling Jolanda Neff leads them out. Yeah, but great to see just how many people are here tonight. It's unbelievable, actually. Even 2 days ago in the build-up, just when the trucks were being put up, there was fans everywhere.
It's like that. The pits have been very busy the last couple of days already.
Mountain biking is back to what was its golden era. And especially here in France, you'll feel it perhaps more than anywhere else.
Alexandra Keller, she won in Val Nord, that short track race.
And she was late in here. I believe she only got here yesterday, actually, after having exams. So
Anne Tauber. And here is Pauline Ferrand-Prévot from France, the national champion from France.
a good mix of hardtail and full suspension bikes there as they ride down to the line. They will actually have to use the same bike in Sunday's cross-country race as they do tonight. But what bike is an advantage here? Especially for, if you look to the race on Sunday, that's a full suspension bike course. But this one, this short track course, it's a climber's course, so a hardtail bike would have a lot of advantage on this course. But certainly it's something different, so it's a hard choice for these riders to make the decision. Definitely, in the words of Natalie and Bruder, you could say they are torn between what they need for this event and definitely on Sunday. So Anna Tauber and Jolanda Neff having a nice chat before the off. Catherine Pendrell coming up there, the number 20. Sabine Spitz in the purple kit. And that'll be Sabine Spitz's actually last ever World Cup, if she retires, because there is a last ever World Cup weekend. Of course, she'll be in action on Sunday, but you know, a lot of cross-country riders say they're going to retire and don't. I think this is it for Sabine Spitz. Gunrita Dahler, I got a feeling, won't be retiring. No, after that winning on Andorra, she wouldn't do that. And Gunrita actually away from this race with illness. So there's Kate Courtney, just 22 years old. 6th place in Mont Saint Anne. Might have been better if she hadn't had a punch. A third actually in the short track race there. The former cyclocross mountain bike and cyclocross world champion. The phenomenal talent that is Pauline Ferrand-Prévot. Plenty of support for her around here tonight. But your rider, your team manager. Yep. She's in great shape too. Finished 5th in Canada, Mont Saint Anne. Actually stopped in the pits to show me her new suspension bike, full suspension bike, but said it'll be the World Championships where it comes out. So Jolanda Neff there. Great season she's having, winning in Mont Saint Anne. And here is her biggest rival for this year's overall World Cup, Anneke Langvad. Still yet to win the overall World Cup. She's won every other title in women's cycling, in mountain biking, but this one's eluded her. Maja Wojtowska. A teammate from Jolanda Neff. There's Emily Batty, 30 years old now, and enjoying one of the best seasons she's ever had. It looks like that. She's doing a lot of altitude training. And there's Alexandra Keller, the only other woman apart from Langvad to win a World Cup this year. Let's go down to Rick. He was with Anneke Langvad earlier today.
Anneke, how important is beating Jolanda this evening?
Oh, it's super important, of course. I'm pretty safe for my 2nd place in the overall. I mean, there's no way I can lose it now, so there's only one target, and that is to go for the win.
Where do you think the key parts of this new Bresse track are going to be?
It's once again quite a hilly track with some steep climbs, so definitely those climbs are going to be deciding.
Anneke, thanks very much. Very best of luck.
Thank you.
So physically a hard course, what Anneke explained to us.
Don't know how many laps it is, but the race will be around 20 or 25 minutes. That will be decided when they complete the first, or as they come around and complete it. Okay, so short track from the last round of this year's Mercedes-Benz UCI Cross Country World Cup is underway, and it's Jolanda Neff charging to the front, the number 1, chased very closely by the number 2 there of Anneke Langvad. This is going to be a real tight battle between these two. Neither of them are going to let the other out of their sight. And now Alessandra Keller coming up on the outside there in the red kit over on the right-hand side of our screen.
Erin Huck from the US. She did a great short track race in Mont-Saint-Anne a couple of weeks ago. Not her best start right now.
Already going up, Bart.
Yeah, this is a hard track what they have to do. From here, it's I wouldn't say it's a long uphill, but it carries on for a while. And they have to sprint up this mountain many times. We will see how many laps they have to do if they're crossing the line after one lap.
Julie Bresse going through there. So the whole pack has gone by. Not a nice surface part to ride on either, that grass all bumpy like that.
No, it doesn't feel that fast. And yeah, the feeling of the riders, it's always a main fact for a good feeling in their body.
Definitely
and on the grass, it's not that nice to ride.
Definitely all out off the line. Look at the attacking.
Yeah, the positions are very important, especially when it comes on that climb. It's a bit off camber, so riders, they will ride on for them the right-hand side of that course over there. And they need to know as well, and they know as well, they have to be in the first position. A lot of hairpins in this descent.
Very slippery they'll be as well. Ground hard underneath.
So Jolanda Neff, second place, followed by Annika Langvaart on third. Keller on fourth. She's overtaking Langvaart. She tries to overtake her.
It looks to me, Bart, that it's Mariska Strauss leaving at the moment from South Africa.
Mariska Strauss, yes. It's her.
You can definitely pronounce her name better than me, Bart, being Dutch.
Mariska. Yeah, it's like a Dutch name from South Africa. A good start.
Yes, strong start. Ran a little bit wide on that turn there, though. So now Neff to the front.
Yeah, we had a lot of rain actually this today. Right now it's dry and they expect dry conditions for the rest of the day. But they changed the course a little bit. Yesterday it was sunny, we had some thunderstorms in the afternoon and a lot of rain as well. But today it was raining actually most of the day. So probably the course it's wet and slippery.
So Langvaart will be there somewhere. Oh, Pauline Ferrand-Prévot there in the red, white and blue, shooting up the outside.
Yeah, the riders are very close together still at this moment.
Two specialised riders are Courtney and Langvaart, back just a little bit. Very early stages of this race though, but they won't want to let any gaps open up, that's for sure. You can see Langvaart there in the red with a big white cross on her back.
So crossing the line, how many laps they have to do.
So Strauss is going to lead this one then as they come across the line. Here comes Annika Langvaart, moving smoothly up on the outside on the number 2 bike. Her teammate, number 8, Kate Courtney, there with her as well.
Katrien Stierneman, the number 32 on the number plate. She's been on altitude for a long time, didn't do Mont-Saint-Anne. Probably in a good shape too. Maja Zozowska, she's struggling with that high speed at the beginning of the race. Leading the chasing group. Julie Bresse here in the blue, the number 36. Setting speeds in the purple kit.
Leah Davison going through there in the cliff kit as well. So, on the climb they come, and it's Annika Langvaart, second in the series. In the overall standings, leading at the moment. Their front number plate is their World Cup position. Neff digging deep, all ready to go with her.
And Barbara Benko, she's looking strong to me, the number 13. She's doing most of the time pretty well in these short track races.
Saw Emily Batty in there, the number 4 of Emily Batty up there as well. And that's no, I don't know where Marwa Stofska's gone.
Yeah, she was in that leading the chasing group, so behind the 10th place.
And she's third in the series in the overall as we come into this race. So she can't really, or won't want to let any points slip away tonight if she can help it.
And only the start positions, so the top 16, the results of this race are the 2 first start rows for Sunday. And on a course like this, on a cross-country course like this, it's very important to be in front of the race.
Especially with all the single track climbs on that track.
Yes, some of these single track climbs are very technical, and if you are not in a good position, you have to walk these sections. 6 laps these riders have to do.
On the second lap now then.
With Langvaart in the lead.
Look at these two going.
Jolanda Neff. Second, Barbara Benko behind her.
So, the usual duo, or certainly what we saw in Montenegro, with these two at the front as well. And as Jolanda Neff said to Rick at the start, it's not about keeping the points gap from coming down, it's about extending it this evening. But Langvad has won every single short track race this year except one, which was won by Alessandra Keller up at altitude in Andorra. And so if it stays as it is, 1 and 2 from them, that gap would come down to just 117 points for Sunday.
It's good to say Julie Bresse is coming to the front as well in that blue kit, on the 4th place right now. Barbara Benko on 3rd, and here she is, Julie Bresse from France.
Well, that's the strongest we've seen her ride all year, Bart.
A full suspension bike, the number 36 on her number plate.
2012 Olympic champion.
Chloe Woodruff from the US behind her.
Good to see Bresse back, Bart. She's had a difficult few years.
Yeah, it's not that easy, and especially these days you need to have the UCI points as well for a good start position. This short track might help if you have a good race, but even not that easy. But right now, 4th place for her, and she's coming to the front.
Look at this. So Bresse pushing the front. This is the kind of form that you'd expect to see from Olympic champion. Woodruff across the line in 3rd. Benko, Neff, Ferran Prévost is the 2nd French woman at the moment. Batty goes through in 10th.
Kate Courtney over there in the red. Not such a good race for her so far.
Ruszowska across the line in 23rd. That will cost her some serious points in the overall.
So this is the leading group. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot from France, Julie Bresse from France. Interesting, this race.
Still a big group together there, though.
Emily Betty in the back of this group in the blue kit as well.
Kate Courtney's been dropped out of this group.
And Langvad, she's pushing hard on this climb.
There goes Anna Tauber through. Still in this leading pack. Here's Kate Courtney there at the back in the red.
She's coming to the front.
I don't think it'll affect Langvad's performance, will it? Her teammate not being with her, but it looked like, you know, Kate and Annika worked together more so in Montenegro.
It looks like that, yeah. Now, especially when it comes for the overall title, they might have some team tactics.
But you've got to have the legs to do it.
That's very important. You saw the off-camera, that climb. Riders, they going automatically to the right of the course. That makes it more difficult for them. This is a short and fast descent and another small climb for them when they cross tech feed zone twice on this lap.
The leading 2 on suspension bikes.
Here with a dropper seat post for Annika Langvad as well.
Benko, 3rd place on a hardtail.
And also Jolanda, she's with a dropper seat post on this full suspension bike. You can see
how
the
low
seat
it is there, yeah.
low. Both riders.
They look like downhillers, Bart, with their seats that
Helps
low.
a lot.
And they do have to take that bike, that exact bike, to Sunday's World Cup XCO, the longer race, the cross-country race, which is live on Red Bull TV on Sunday.
So Langvad is pushing hard in this race so far, taking the lead most of the time.
She always does.
Yeah.
That's what she does.
But sometimes not the best tactics. We saw that many times already in the men's category race, that the leader will get beaten on the sprint. When it comes to the sprint finish, Annika Langvad, of course, she's very powerful, very strong. But it costs a lot of energy too to leading the whole race. And see how many spectators are here on the side of the course.
5 deep in place is great to see. France, in many ways, I suppose, is the home of cycling, Bart, but they love the road, but they love their mountain biking as well. So there's your first 3. A little bit of a gap to Keller and Pauline Ferrand-Prévot there. Keller in 4th place.
So Langvad is pushing hard already that early in the race.
And Keller 5th overall in the World Cup at the moment as well. So she's going to be keeping an eye on those 2 in front of her that will bother her.
Jolanda Neff is not doing any work, just following. And why not?
Keller goes through in 4th place. There's Emily Batty.
And the riders, they have to accelerate, to sprint after each corner again to keep on and ride with this group.
Barbara Benko now to the front. Neff still content to sit back. Keller moving up on the outside of her.
And it looks like also Emily Batty, she's in trouble a little bit to follow the riders with this high speed.
Erin Hutt goes through just ahead of fellow American Kate Courtney. Elizabeth Brandau making a move there in the bright orange helmet. So just halfway really in this race, there's Julie Bresse.
Emily Batty with the number 4.
Bresse 2 times a world champion as well.
And it goes up again.
Are we going to see a break this early in the race? It is a longer lap here, I suppose, but
yeah, we're
still too early?
Still 6 laps what they have to do, so, and this is a hard climb. And Langvaart, she's sprinting up this climb lap time by time. Julie Bresse with Emily Batty.
Bresse looking like she might be hurting a little bit now, and is that a gap?
It looks like that.
A little one. You can see the...
It hurts.
Yeah, you can see how much it hurt Jolanda there, but she will fight for every point this evening.
And Barbara Benko, again, a good short track race for her. Most of the time she's making it to the top 8. That means the first start row for Sunday cross-country race. Third at the moment. Anna Tauber.
Now, but what's happening to Jana Moyne, her teammate, the defending World Cup champion?
She broke her arm last weekend in Villars in the Swiss Cup. Shortly after the start on the asphalt, she had a crash. Broken arm, so probably, and actually the season is over for her. So
sad.
It is, yeah.
She had a bad start to the season and a bad finish to it, unfortunately.
Yeah, she did some good races with Alpstad. Mont-Saint-Denis was good too with a 4th place. And yeah, sad to say, but she quit and she had to stop with the season because of that broken arm she has. And hopefully she will recover pretty quick and that she can start for a new and good season for next year.
Well, she'll be watching, I'd imagine, and we, of course, wish you, Jana, the best of luck with your recovery and look forward to seeing you back in 2019. No change at the front here, though, in the Bresse, France. Annika has a quick look over her shoulder. And yes, Jolanda is still right there with you.
With Barbara Benko too. And another attack of Annika Langvaart here on this short climb. A bit shorter than that other one, which is long.
Just keeps hurting.
And another look back over the shoulder.
Exactly. Benko strong bar. She was 5th in Albstadt. And in Mont-Saint-Denis actually took a 3rd place in short track in the short track race in Andorra. So she has some form in this event.
She likes to do this discipline.
Likes to do it. It doesn't look much. Do you think, is it enjoyable, this? It seems so hard.
No, it is. I think these riders, they like to do it, especially when you are good in it. And Barbara Benko, it seems to be she's good in this discipline. A bit better than the cross-country, which is longer, probably more harder to do.
So they're going to go out onto the penultimate lap as they cross the line.
There are also a lot of tactics in a race like this. I mean, now, again, the riders, they slow down. Nobody likes to do the work except Annika Langvaart, of course.
Would she be slowing down to recover a little bit before this climb? Is she going to attack?
She's going to do it again. Tauber's coming back.
Just trying to break everyone down. There's Keller, 5th in the series.
Tauber always strong in the last few laps.
And look at the pace. Looks like these 4 women here trying to catch up onto that leading group. They might, if they slow the pace too much.
With Katrien Stierneman as the last rider of that chasing group.
And they have. So Tauber joins the first 3. And Langvaart, just a little pop. You can see how on edge Jolanda is, reacting to every movement of Langvaart.
That's how she has to do it. Tactics, just following and try to beat her in the sprint. But she's very strong in the sprint as well, we know that. We saw that in Nova Mesto earlier this year. When it comes down to a sprint, now she's pushing really hard, Annika Langvaart.
Maybe a gap has opened up now. Maybe that is the Tallinn gap as well. Well, big gap, just like that, Bart. That's impressive.
Impressive. That shows how strong she is.
Look at the pace of her compared to the two chasing.
But probably Jolanda blows up. But it's still Barbara Benko as well. He's not able to overtake Jolanda here at this moment. So Annika Langvaart, it's in a great shape.
Now, Neff is not going to want to let Barbara Benko go by her. There's 20 points she'll lose if she does.
It is, but also Anna Tauber, she's not that far behind Benko and Neff. And the points for Anna Tauber means a lot too in the overall standing for that third place. Keller, same. Keller is in the 5th position in the overall. So the number 6 and 5 in the overall standing, fighting for the podium today's race.
Well, the gap to Anneke Langvad doesn't matter, of course. It can be as big as you want. It won't make any difference to Jolanda now, but she does really need to keep hold of that second place, and it does look to me like Langvad is going to ride away with this one now. She's not going to relinquish that gap, is she?
And the first time Jolanda Neff has to do the work. She could follow Anneke Langvad for a while. That helps a lot if somebody else is in front of you, but right now she has to do the work to go away with these points. 100 points for the second place. With the way how Anneke Langvad ran away on that climb.
You can see her already going up the next climb. Incredibly powerful. You've been impressed with her power all year long, haven't you?
It is, and I didn't expect her that strong for the whole season. The way how she started the season with 2 wins and winning almost every short track race. But she's strong the whole season long.
There she goes. Anneke Langvad, a fully qualified dentist. Did pretty good while she was studying for that, though, but it didn't seem to interfere with her performance, but perhaps even better now. Full suspension specialised bike for her.
Yeah, Sunday cross-country race, it's more a technical race. The descents are very rough here, very technical, and also some of the uphills are very difficult as well for the riders to keep on and stay on the bike.
2016 cross-country world champion, then Langvad comes across the line, just 1 to go now for her, and no one else even, well, just now coming onto that start-finish straight. 4 times the world marathon champion, proving to us how good she is under the shorter distance. Now Neff really won't want Barbara Benko to get in front of her there, so this is crucial for Neff now. 14 seconds on that lap bar, massive.
Herbert Keller, Stiernemann, Tauber, close behind these two.
Van Prevost, 9th at the moment. That would see her with a second row start on Sunday. That wouldn't be too bad, you'd have to say.
Brandau, 11th place, second row. Emily Betty, here she is, number 4.
Gasping for air.
Still in the top 16. Second row for her. 12th place right now.
But not good in the overall standings for Emily Batty-Bart. Third
Oh,
place,
she's missing a lot of
place,
points.
She's going to slip back tonight, I'd imagine. Langvad making mincemeat of the climb again.
And especially that third place, the numbers 3 till 6, it's only 27 points in between. So every point will count for these 4.
Plenty of support for Anneke Langvad on that climb.
And it's also a mental game what they are playing right now. I mean, if you win a race like this, short track race on Friday, you will have a lot of confidence for the whole weekend and a good start for the Sunday race. She's struggling on this climb.
Brandau right behind her.
Jolanda Neff, but Brandau already on second. Barbara Benko, second place.
And that's a fair gap, Bart.
Yep, it's probably too big.
We know how far Jolanda is on the descents, but probably not on these grass descents here. She can't pull back that kind of time.
They are pretty slippery. Riders have to be careful in the corners. The 4th place behind Jolanda is not that far away as well. Barbara Benko, second place. Jolanda Neff, 3rd place right now.
Last few turns then of this women's short track race here in Bresse, France.
I think it's Erin Huck on just behind Jolanda Neff. She did a good race in Monsenand too, short track. Here she is, Erin Huck.
Erin Huck, great, really strong performance from her.
She's national champion short track racing in the US. Keller behind her.
It's going to be her first.
Tauber behind Keller.
Tauber, second in the Val de Soleil short track.
Another short climb for these women.
Oh, Keller's really looking like she was getting on the gas. Here comes Anneke Langvad, though.
And another win for her. it will be like that.
Definitely it will be. What a performance she's had. Absolutely dominated in short track this year.
A very strong performance in today's race again.
And, you know, Bart, it's really favoured her in the overall standings as well. It's kind of made up for her off days in the cross-country races. So here she comes in, Anneke Langvad. It's going to be another win for the Danish superstar here in Bresse, France. And she's done some damage in the overall standings as well. Langvad takes the win. What a ride. Going to be a big time, big gap back. Neff is sprinting for third place. No problem for her there.
Barbara Benko second.
Best short track ever result for Benko. Neff crosses the line. Oh, and a real fight there. Photo finish for fourth place between Keller, Sternemann and Huck. Tauber goes across this line in seventh. So that finish there with Langvad winning and Yolanda taking third place brings that points gap down now to 97 points going into to Sunday's final. So things are far from over as far as the overall World Cup standing goes. Fran Prevost 11th, Batty in 12th.
Kate Courtney here in the top 16 as well.
Yep, Leah Davison, Kate Courtney in there, the two Americans. They're going to be on the second row of the grid.
Maja Zozowska, here she is, the number 3 on the bike.
So she's lost some serious points in the overall.
The third start row for her on Sunday.
And she, you know, not great on Sunday, that start position.
No, not at all. Same for Julie Bressette. She had a strong race in the beginning of this today's race.
There's Catherine Pendrell.
Sabine Spitz, here she
world
is.
champ. Another Olympic champion there, Sabine Spitz. That one hurt.
And you see how muddy it is.
And you see how tired they are, but
yeah, just a short race, but the intensity is very high. And it hurts their body a lot. Not for her, not for Anneke Langvad. No signs at all on her face.
No, she looks like that didn't bother her too much. Incredible. So Langvad, 6 short track races in 2018. This woman has won 5 of them.
She's very strong in this discipline. She's very powerful. And the way how she's dominating this discipline, it's impressive the whole season long. She missed only 1, but today again, 5th win. And the way how she did it was actually impressive as well.
Well, she's down with Rick. Over to you, Rick.
Anneke, your 5th short track win of the season. Was it always your plan to attack where you did on lap 5?
You know what? Sometimes you plan, you think about different scenarios, and you're never right. I mean, and you have to go so by intuition and so by feeling out there.
With the overall standings the way they were before this one, was there a bit more pressure on this?
Yeah, there was a bit more pressure on it because, yeah, I feel like the better I ride, the more pressure I put on myself because I know I can do it, and it's I want to prove to myself that I can do it. So it's always a little bit, pressure on. But I mean, now I got 5 out of 6 wins. It's crazy. I mean, if you had told me like 1 year ago when I first heard about the new format, I wouldn't have believed you. So. I'm so happy about my whole season actually.
The gap's now down to 97 points. What does that mean for your tactics on Sunday?
It doesn't change much. I mean, my second place is secured anyway, and I went into this weekend with a feeling, okay, you know, I have nothing to lose. I'm just here to race my heart out on Sunday, and that's what I'm going to do.
Anneke, well done this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Going to race the heart out, Bart. I mean, you're going to need to on Sunday, right?
It is. It's still 97 points. So yeah.
It's a fair gap, but
yeah, but the gap in points, what you can win for cross country Sunday, it's huge as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Crow Woodruff gets on the last spot then of the front row, and Popova from the Ukraine, 9th place for her, so a second row start on Sunday. Emily Batty back there in 12th. That won't do her overall position any good at all. Kate Courtney, we've seen stronger performances, though, still on the first 2 rows.
Maja, she lost a lot of points with that 3rd place, what she had before this race in the overall standings.
Yeah. Just inside the top 20. 1 down, 1 to go, Bart. Men's race is coming up soon.
And we have one guy actually who is very strong in this discipline, Mathieu van der Poel.
I thought you were going to say that. And he's back. Missed
back.
Mont-Saint-Anne, but we've got him here this evening.
Most of the track is on grass, but he likes to ride
Yeah.
all winter long. Muddy conditions, cold conditions, so...
Yeah, it's always perfect for him.
Yeah.
Is he going to ride a bike with drop handlebars, is my only question.
Yeah, just a bit wider tires, I think. It's more like that, but I expect a lot of him today, later on.
Thankfully, the forecast saying that was all of the rain that we're going to get over the weekend today. Fingers crossed. It was a lot more pleasant here yesterday. There's Kate Courtney. So, Jolanda Neff, third place for her this evening. A job well done, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, looks like she's defending a bit, but she fought really hard for it. I think Langvaart was just a bit stronger, but Sunday definitely it's different. Different course, very technical descent as well, which suits her really well. Barbara Benko, second place for her. She's always strong in short track racing. That's what she showed today again. The winner of today's short track race. 5th time this year already. Annika Langvaart
dominates this shorter version of Sunday's cross-country races. Does Annika Langvaart. There's the top 3 this evening then. And there are the World Cup standings. It comes down to just 97 points. Those two really in a league of their own. 545 back to third, but like you said, Emily Batty has dropped there a little bit, but as has Maja Wazowska.
Yeah, she's going from 3rd place to 6th.
Massive drop for her.
But in between the riders, 3 till 6, it's not that much.
Well, let's go down to Rick. He's got Jolanda Neff.
Jolanda, how was those last couple of laps? Looked like they were pretty stressful.
It was extremely hard, yes. It was full-on racing, and I don't feel yet that short track is really my favorite discipline. I feel I'm more made for cross country. So yeah, I really did what I could tonight, and it was extremely hard race.
And what about that cross country race on Sunday then? Is this a track that really suits you, do you think?
It's a new track for everybody. We have never raced on this track here, but I must say I love racing in France. I have a lot of good memories, and the track looks really exciting. A lot of technical bits in there, and we don't really have technical sections in the short track, so I think it makes a difference. And so I'm really looking forward to racing on this track here on Sunday. I think it's going to be very exciting.
Jolanda, thanks very much. Well done this evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I was dying. Jolanda, we still could hear this.
Yeah, that was the honest point. Well, let's have a look at the turning point of this race then. And here it was, this attack by Langvaart.
Yeah, Annika Langvaart, she was attacking actually every lap again on this climb, and she did it for 3-4 times, and Jolanda Neff could follow her for 3-4 times, but when it came down with 2 more laps to go, it was again Annika Langvaart who did it without anybody in her wheel.
It looks to me, looking at that bar, that when it comes to power, she's almost in a league of her own.
It is, yeah. Out of the saddle, almost from the bottom till the top of the climb. See, she's still out of the saddle over there. It's crazy how powerful she is.
Well, let's go down to Rick, who's with Barbara Benko after her best short track finish.
Barbara, 2nd place this season. How much have you been enjoying short track this year?
Actually, unfortunately or fortunately, we had the short track because I didn't have a consistent season. So I had some good races in the cross country, but not all. So actually the short race saved my overall ranking, because I think at all of the short races I could manage to be in the front row for a Sunday race. So actually it was pretty good for me. I don't know why, but it suits me. So yeah, I really like this new format, and I think it makes the race interesting, and it's good to have 2 days racing at the weekend. So, and it's live on Red Bull TV, and to be honest, Hungary, everyone is watching. I've got so many messages that they love this short race. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
How much energy will tonight's effort have cost you for that race on Sunday, do you think?
This course a lot because there was a lot altitude meters in the course. So I think it was a fair course, wide all the time. So it was easy to pass if you were strong. It was two climbs, steep climbs. So physically it was a hard course, and the rain made it really slippery. So it was also technical. Fortunately, I had a good start, so it was important, and I could save energy the first 2 laps. I won't say I was chilling, but I was not on the maximum. So when Annika attacked, now I could go with, because last time when I just came to the front group, I was already on the limit, and then was the attack, and I just couldn't go with. But this time I did a smarter race, I think.
Barbara, thanks very much. Well done this evening.
Thank you very much.
Best result of her this year.
Well, incredible. Stay with us here then, live on Red Bull TV from the final round of this year's Mercedes-Benz UCI Cross Country World Cup. We will be back with the men's short track right after this.
Pump up your tires for the world of Red Bull. The best live events, feature films, and shows. Make it your world and download the app for free. Red Bull TV is available on all your devices, anywhere, at any time. Go beyond the ordinary. Get the app now.
He's one of the most successful mountain bikers in history.
This is Mr. Nino Schurter, ladies and gentlemen.
Nino is simply the most determined person I know.
Witness his energy, his passion, and his greatest victory. Nino Schurter, a mountain biker's hunt for glory. Now available on Red Bull TV.
The Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series celebrates its 10th anniversary. 14 men and 10 women fight for the title at 7 stunning locations. Can 6-time champion Gary Hunt strike back this year? Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series 2018. Tomorrow, 12:45 p.m. on Red Bull TV.
Kilimanjaro, Kilimanjaro, Hakuna Matata.
Trial bike legend Danny McAskill faces his biggest challenge to date.
Come to Africa, he said. It'll be fun, he said.
Climbing the highest mountain in Africa with his bike. Kilimanjaro, Mountain of Greatness. Now available on Red Bull TV.
Welcome back to Bresse in France for the Mercedes-Benz UCI Cross Country World Cup Finals. It's a short track day here. The men are warming up. We are live on Red Bull TV. And of course, this is only the tip of the iceberg this weekend. Tomorrow we have 2 downhill races for you. And on Sunday, the finale of the cross country season as well. So plenty to look forward to. But now it's for the men, it's short track. They're warming up down there. There's Avancini from Brazil. Big star in short track, big star in Brazil.
Yeah, a big star in Brazil, definitely. He is national champion from Brazil as well. He won that race in Valnoord. He was leading the whole short track race, almost leading the whole short track race in Monsendan, where Sam Gaze won the race. But strong in this discipline, so watch out for him.
See the rainbow stripes on the back of Nino's shirt there in the middle of the scrum. Warming up as well, yet to win a short track race yet.
Yep.
Last chance for 2018.
He's
right
aiming
now.
For that. Probably the points doesn't bother him. For the overstanding, he already won the title.
That's true. I mean, he can take his foot off the gas tonight. He's going to need top 16 for a first front 2 rows, really. But yeah, shirt is already tied up. Let's have a look at those World Cup standings then. 466 points ahead, 375 on offer tonight, so he can't be beaten. Mathieu van der Poel did miss the last race in Mont-Saint-Anne, but he's back here, Bart, and he is a phenomenal force when it comes to this short track discipline.
Yeah, he is, but Avancini too, and I mean for Maxime Rod here in France, the points what they can earn tonight, it's a lot, and that place numbers 2, 3 and 4, that's still wide open.
It really is.
So this is the 6th short track race of the year, and this course it's probably the hardest. It's a climbers course, and it's Van der Poel versus Avancini probably in this race, and very valuable points for the battle for that 2nd place.
And there are the points on offer. Half of what are on offer in Sunday's cross country. 125 for the win, going down to 45 for 10th place. Bit cloudy out, but not too bad. But the rain's at least stopped. We've had thunderstorms last night. The thunderstorm was unbelievable around this time.
We had a lot of water, rain yesterday.
Incredible.
But today, most of the time, it was drizzling a little bit, not too much. But the course, it's wet at the moment. It's slippery, especially on the grass. Some of the corners are very technical because of this.
The next generation of French mountain biking superstars look on.
A lot of spectators showed up to see the race tonight.
Already on a Friday night. It is a massive weekend there, though, on Red Bull TV. World Cup finals. The downhill will be something to behold tomorrow. That Dogs doesn't look very impressed with it, although, does he?
Probably not. He's sleeping.
Needs that coat. It's a little chilly out there this evening. Well, let's go down to Rick. He's with Nino.
Nino, the overall's locked up now. I dare to say, can you even enjoy this one?
Yeah, I think it's hard to enjoy in the short race. It's all out and a lot of suffering. But yeah, I'm super happy about my overall victory. Yeah, that's for sure.
It's another track with a climb in it. Do you think that's going to be the big deciding factor tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one. It's not a lot of rolling, so yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit a different one than the fast ones. But yeah, let's see how it goes.
Nino, good luck this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And also, he knows the start position for Sunday. It's important. So, the results of today's race, top 16 will mean the first 2 start rows for Sunday.
And that is your start list for this evening. Keep an eye out for Anton Cooper there, 7th. So we're on the front row of the grid. Lars Foster, the last man out onto the front row.
Kersbaumer, he won that race in Valnoord. Matthias Flückiger, he won that race in Monsen, cross-country race.
Titu and Corrod. The French are going to be shouting for him this evening as well. And quite a lot more French on the second page of the start list. Saru, Tempier.
Manuel Fumik, the number 23.
Lucas Flückiger, brother of Matthias, who took...
Grant Ferguson from Great Britain, last rider, 4D riders.
There you go, that's your lineup then. And Rick's with one of the main contenders tonight. Down to you, Rick.
Matthew, cold, wet, muddy. It's just like cyclocross this, isn't it? The conditions suit you tonight?
Yeah, I think so. It's not that slippery, but the conditions are good for racing, yeah.
There's a decent climb out there as well. Do you think that's where the race will be won or lost this evening?
Yeah, I think or one. One of both, but yeah, it's pretty hard, especially when you turn right after the first little climb. That part you can really see it, but it doesn't ride so smooth, and it's quite hard to get a pace there.
Matthew, good luck this evening. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Did you see that smile on his face when Rick was asking him about the conditions?
Yeah.
He loves to ride in these conditions.
It could be a race made for him. Sam Gaze, another man who's won a short track race this year. Not here, actually. Had a massive crash in Mont-Saint-Anne, Canada.
In training?
In training. And he thought he'd got away with it, but when he got back to New Zealand, X-rays revealed a broken wrist. And his season is over, which is a real shame, because it would have been great to see the big man in action.
Yeah, and he's a great character for the sport.
And you can watch those World Championships here live on Red Bull TV. If you want to find out a little bit more about Sam Gaze, I went and caught up with him in the winter at his home, his European home in Girona, and that is on Rob Meets. And please check local listings to see if Red Bull TV will be available in your area for those World Championships, as the riders now come down towards the line then. the number 1 plate, rolls up to the line.
Mathieu van der Poel, the national champion from Holland, in the red, white and blue kit.
The winner of the Andorran and Val di Sole in Italy.
Henrik Avancini from Brazil. And Maxime Marot from France. This is Gers Baumer from Italy. Anton Cooper here, the number 7 on his bike.
On that hardtail again, Bart. Hopefully he's all healed up after that nasty crash in Mont Saint-Anne.
Tito Akarot, Lars Forster from Switzerland. Same team as Tito Akarot over there, the number 11 on his bike. Florian Vogel, he didn't do Mont Saint-Anne. Good to see him back as well. Did a lot of training at home, altitude training too.
David Valero Serrano on that full suspension bike. One of the tallest riders in the field. Stefan Tempier coming up in the Bianchi top.
From France.
He's going to get some support this evening. Listen to the horns out there.
Marco Fontana from Italy, always strong in short track racing.
Kamar, number 18.
His nickname, Charlie.
Number 23 there, Manuel Fumik from Germany.
Hasn't done Mont Saint-Anne too.
And a man who knows he's in for a hard 20 minutes, I'd say, Bart. This is going to be tough.
Soto from Argentina. Martin Lou in the yellow kit.
So the riders are coming down to the line. It won't be long before we get underway here in the Bresse. Number 3, Howard Grott.
From the US, already here, probably for the World Championships.
Yeah, they won't be going home now, will they? It's only 2 weeks away. Well, the dog...
Now he's sleeping.
Dog has had enough. As exciting as this is...
He just watched the women's race, now he's sleeping.
So, Anton Cooper, Trek Factory Racing. 6th place in Mont Saint-Anne. Could have been a lot better, apart from a huge crash on that last lap down La Beatrice. The man that took the win there in the cross-country race, Matthias Flukiger, riding for Thomas, and the team is going to continue next year, I believe, so good news. Gerhard Kirschbaumer, 2nd place in Mont Saint-Anne, but the winner of the Val Nord cross-country race.
5th in the overall at the moment.
Yeah. 2nd in the overall is this man. The former cyclocross world champion. And a massive talent, but I mean, you know more about him than I do, but wins on the road, wins on any bicycle he can get his hands on. The Olympic world champion, Nino Schurter. Searching for that first XCC win. I wonder if he's going to be motivated tonight. He doesn't need it.
But also the start position for Sunday.
That's true. Yeah. He's a competitor. He's not going to want to not win. Henrik Avancini, all the way from Brazil. 2nd at the last short track. No missing this man in with those green sleeves. Maxime Marot, a local man actually.
And teammate of Avancini.
Yes, that's right. And Lars Forster.
The European champion.
That's a strong front row.
It is.
There's a lot of horsepower in those 8 riders on the front row. You're going to see how much in a few moments' time. Schurter on a full suspension bike, as usual. Doesn't often ride a hardtail.
Only Anton Cooper is the only one with a hardtail bike here on the front row.
Finals then. About to get underway.
In the next 15 seconds.
Holding them a long time. Here we go. All out then down this start straight. Haven't seen the number 3 looks to get the jump. Van der Poel as well. I saw his big figure go through right up there with him.
It's going to be a hard race. Short one, but very hard. High intensity. Avancini is leading right now.
They won't be on the tarmac for long, unfortunately for them. Here they go. They're already going to start to turn and go up. It's steep climb, this part.
It is, yeah, on the grass. Not that good rolling, what the riders already explained. Avancini, Lars Forster, Vogel, Van der Poel, Schurter.
Goes through nearest to us, actually. Schurter right where he needed to be at the moment. Valero, number 13, goes through.
Grant Ferguson, number 44, national champion from the UK. But it's Avancini who's leading. Nino Schurter second. Good start for Nino Schurter.
No Jaroslav Kulhavy in this field tonight.
No Sam Gaze, what you already said.
Either, no, that's right. Specialised big guns out of action.
Let's see how fast they go immediately from the start on. Mathieu van der Poel, small gap to him on 4th place. Here he is.
A little bit of respite here, Bart. Somewhere you just
it is, yeah, like these corners, yeah, you have to relax, you have to recover from that sprint on that mountain, what they have to do. And even it looks like Avancini is slowing down a little bit. Try to recover, try to relax a little bit.
We'll tell you how many laps when they've completed the first and worked out how many they're going to do in the around 20 minutes, 25 minutes, these races.
The women did 6 laps, so the men probably 8, I guess, more like that.
Yeah.
We will find out shortly.
Tentatively down on this slippery grass.
But a good start for Nino Schurter. 2nd place. Lars Forster, also from Switzerland, 3rd. Van der Poel, 4th. Anton Cooper in the red. No, he's not. Sorry.
And but you know, we know that Van der Poel comes from cyclocross. How similar is it to this? It's an hour-long race, but is it as hard as this? Is it almost a sprint for an hour?
It's similar, yeah.
It is.
It is. Just cyclocross. It's a 1-hour race. Different bike, different time of the year as well. Yeah. Different conditions, like cold. Sometimes it's snowing. Freezing, it's raining.
Northern Europe.
But here it's like 14 degrees now. The course is a bit wet as well. They have similar conditions most of the time, but a bit colder.
So the right field coming through. Avancini leading them then at the end of lap 1. Schurter in 2nd place. Forster. Mathieu van der Poel.
And see how fast they go.
I didn't see Nino go through, did we? Or?
Sorry, no, I haven't seen
excuse me, over the line in 2nd place, according to the timing screen there, missed him.
He's in 2nd place, yeah. There he is.
It's going to be a 7-lap race, so just a lap more than the women. Avancini charging up this climb. Schurter looking like he's riding with some intent there, Bart.
So Avancini, he was leading that short track race in Monson and the whole race as well. And he got beaten by Sam Gaze in the last few meters. And now again. It costs a lot of energy for a rider when you have to lead the whole race. Annika Langvaart, she could do it. She was sprinting up that climb lap by lap again. But it's hard for a rider to control the race from the first position, as Avancini does at the moment. Small gap between Lars Forster and Van der Poel. It's Florian Vogel who is behind him in the red.
There he goes through, yeah. Anton Cooper right there as well.
Manuel Fumik around 10th position. Sebastian Finney over there, national champion from Denmark. Good start of him as well.
Taking it easy on these descents, Bart. Can't blame him for that.
So Cooper on 6th.
Cooper definitely staring at possibly his first World Cup win in Mont-Saint-Anne for cross-country racing. One of the most spectacular races, crashes I've ever seen, I think.
It is. Yeah, not the best place to have a crash.
No.
He was looking for his bike, which was actually a little bit of fun to watch, but not for himself.
No.
Not at all.
Disappeared off the side of the mountain for him.
So Lars Forster close to Nino.
European champion there on the BMC in 3rd place then.
A lot of champions here in the front of this race.
Yes, there is. Absolutely.
Different jerseys for everybody. Brazil, the world, Europe, Netherlands. Florian Vogel, team kit for him.
Haven't seen him, remember, third in points, so he can steal some good ones right here. Lars Forster down in 8th overall at the moment in the World Cup overall.
Avancini, look back over his shoulder.
Already one short track win for him this year in Andorra. Very different track to this though, Bart, really.
Yeah, on altitude, so that's already hard for the riders, but more technical race as well, more technical course.
Lap 2's finished.
This definitely, it's physically a hard course. Tactical also, the riders, they will play hard in this race too. Slow down once in a while. They have to find the right positions. When they put the hammer down, there's a small gap right now in that first group of maybe 8 riders, a little more, 10.
Manu Fumic in there now, Maxime Marot as well in the green there, just behind Anton Cooper in the red. Here they come, onto this climb again. 3rd time out of 7.
Sprinting on this climb. Now is Nino Schurter. He's almost leading.
I'll tell you what, Bart, he may have the overall World Cup tied up. He doesn't even need a good start position on Sunday. Let's be honest, it's done.
No, actually,
but he's such a competitor, and I get the feeling he's going to want to win this evening, looking at him right here.
Looks like he has something left.
It does, exactly that.
But more riders do, because they are riding beside each other here on this climb, so it doesn't look like that they're going flat out at the moment.
The pace note could get higher.
But especially here in these corners, it's very difficult for the riders to riding side by side, so that's why they have one line, small gaps in between the riders if somebody is making mistakes in front of you, so there's a little bit of some seconds to recover from that. Avancini still leading.
Fastest lap to him, 2 minutes 59, dead on. So around a 3-minute lap, it's pretty short, it's pretty fast and furious.
If they're riding on the grass, that's still good for the traction, but a lot of parts here on this grass, it's gone, so it's muddy, it's more slippery. So a good line, it's very important at the moment for these riders to choose.
Tight at the front at the moment then here in Bresse. You're watching the Mercedes-Benz UCI cross-country World Cup finals live on Red Bull TV. Plenty of action coming up all weekend long. Downhill races tomorrow, cross-country races, the longer version of this on Sunday. And I think we're in for an amazing weekend's racing here at the finals. So many people here already in France. Brand new tracks for the cross-country and for the downhill tomorrow.
Matthias Flickinger here, he won that cross-country race in Montenan 2 weeks ago. Can he make it to the top 16? The first 2 start lines for Sunday. That's important for him.
And Flickinger, you know, having a great season. 6th overall, that win there in Montenan took him 2 overall. His first ever World Cup win. Avancini looking pretty cool and composed at the front.
So it's Brazil followed by 3 Swiss riders.
They don't look too stressed yet, Bart, in this race. Like, we have seen them perhaps putting the hurt on each other more.
He looks good to me.
Yeah.
That's what you said. He likes to win a short track race. He hasn't done it so far.
Lap 4 already. Cooper 12th. Well, whack there in 14th. Good ride for that man.
And for these riders here in the back, a little bit further back, it's really hard to move up to the front.
Tempier outside the top 30, long way back for Stefan Tempier. There would have been big hopes for him this weekend. But that's all of a sudden a very big leading pack.
And the riders are still very close together. It's Avancini who's still leading.
3 times more up this climb after this lap.
A lot of French riders also here in front of this race. The Braidos.
Masses of crowds up here, Bart.
It is, yeah. Luca and Daniele Braido from Italy in the dark blue kit. But it's hard to say who's the strongest at the moment.
It really is, yeah.
It looks like they all have a little bit left in their tank.
Things probably about to start shaping up though. 3 to go as they cross the line the next time.
Yeah, now it's getting interesting.
I think so as well.
Yes.
We're going to start to see the
Kersbaumer,
the pace turned up.
Italy in the Italian national champ kit. Tito Acarot from France behind Maxime Roth, around 8th place. There he is in the blue, white and red kit.
Right in front.
Maxime Roth, good race for him as well here from the Cannondale team.
With all the green gear on, yeah.
Teammate of Avancini.
Are you surprised Mathieu van der Poel isn't right at the front?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. He didn't have a good European champion race. After that, he did a really strong road European champion race where he finished 2nd. Won a stage in a Norwegian stage race on the road.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, but this is different. Avancini now is pushing it really hard.
He is, look at that. Schurter and Forster really having a fight to go with him. Do you think there's a possibility that Van der Poel gets tired now, but let's not forget that when does his cyclocross season start?
That starts a week after the World Championships.
No way, really?
Cross country.
And I mean, he barely had a break between the end of his short cyclocross season before he went straight into Stellenbosch and World Cup 1, right? It was barely any time. It was like a week or so.
Yeah, he had this break after Stellenbosch.
Right.
Yeah,
only a few weeks.
Only a few weeks, so yeah, his body might be tired. He doesn't look that strong to me right now, but we don't know. He steady is in front of this race, so...
Yeah, he's still there, you're right. It stays as it is. Avancini will jump him, leapfrog Van der Poel for 2nd in the overall going into Sunday's cross-country race. Marot 7th, Carot 8th. That would be the front row of the grid for Sunday. It's 3 laps to go then. And now the pace will pick up.
Now definitely it will be. But I mean, this group still, it's around 12, 14. Matthias Fricker out.
Wow.
Not his best day.
And I guess that's physical, not mechanical looking at the bike. This is what happened. No, he just looks like he just pulled up.
Probably doesn't feel well, and that's why they pull out, try to save some energy for Sunday. If you not make it to the top 16, why should you give everything?
That's true, yeah.
But the first 2 start rows means a lot for the riders. Gerard Kersbaumer now in front of the race.
Yeah, Kersbaumer's in there. Look at him moving up in the tricolour red, white and green, the Italian. A formidable force in the later part of this season.
And when it comes down to a sprint, I think Mathieu van der Poel is still able to can take the win. Manuel Fumik now in 3rd position. What can he do? Interesting to see him that far in front of this race. He seems to be in a good shape.
I guess if he missed Monten-Ambart, he's skipped a bit of jet lag, a few days missed training, travelling.
Yeah, teammate here from Avancini now, the numbers 1 and 2. Cannondale. Maxime Roth, he's not that far behind them too. Another Cannondale rider.
Maxime Fumik missing it because of a back injury that he picked up at the European Championships.
Maybe some team tactics in this race. Why not?
Definitely not bothering him now.
Nino, he's coming to the 2nd place again.
He's not having any of it. He doesn't want a Cannondale roadblock in front of him.
No, definitely not. He's not. He knows why they're playing.
Van der Poel goes through. 2 to go then after when they cross the line.
But everything is still possible in this race.
And Van der Poel now right there on the back wheel of the top 3.
Florian Vogel now is coming to the front. 4th position. In a fight with Van der Poel.
And Van der Poel is moving forwards there in the red, white and blue. Up to 3rd now.
But not
interesting.
Yeah, but not so dominating as he did in previous short track races. Like in Italy earlier this year. Full suspension bike for him as well this weekend.
That's one thing he won't get on his cyclocross bike.
No.
Yeah, anyway.
No suspension.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So
they don't need it.
Avancini Leading at the moment, third in the points. Schurter goes through. He's already won the World Cup. The man there with the number 3 plate on the front. Let's bite off. Fumic nearly goes down. Lucky may have caught the side of the... Did he catch the fence or something? Marat now.
Yeah, maybe the handlebar. Somebody else.
By Maxime Marat here. Marat has gone. With 2 to go, Maxime Marat has given the French something to shout about. Big attack, Bart.
Yeah, many Cannondale riders in front of this race.
He wants a piece of the pie.
He's strong enough, but he needs to have some space as well to ride, to give everything he has.
Of course, big evening for him as well. Also involved in that battle for second place overall, Maxime Marat.
So the first time Avancini is not leading here on this climb.
Marat putting the hurt on everyone now then. Schurter, no problem, and go with him, it looks to me. 2 Cannondale riders in the top 3. Well, it's going to be an exciting last lap, Bart.
It is, yeah, definitely it is. Avancini now is coming back to the front of this race. Vogel looks good to me too.
Avancini's already won one for Cannondale. Marat
still leading.
No better place for him to do it than here, from this area. Maxime Marat.
But also Nino, he is controlling the race as well, all the time on that second place.
This is the best we've seen of Nino Schurter in a short track race this year, no question. Would you say that?
No, you're right with that. And he's fast in the sprint too.
When do you think this is going to go, Bart? Let's have a look at this. Is this Manny Fumic's mistake?
Yeah, what? Probably he hit the fence.
Oh no, he almost he hit Nino.
Yeah.
That's what happened there. Whoa, big dab to save her.
A good save of him.
And here's Marat flying down the outside. It looked to me like he was going, but he backed it off a little bit. They came, well, Nino there already stamping on the pedals, having none of it. Marat still there in the lead. Just over a lap to go here in Bresse, France. Live on Red Bull TV, the Mercedes-Benz UCI World Cup Finals. And this is a battle to behold, this is.
It's very interesting, this last lap.
Yeah, it is.
Almost 1/2.
Can Nino Schurter win his first short track race? Will it be Maxime Marat?
So everything is still in control for him.
Schurter looks really comfortable to me.
It is.
Van der Poel back there in 5th place.
Avancini here, another Cannondale rider. Florian Vogel on 4th position in the red.
Vogel having a good ride then.
Yeah, but also Mathieu van der Poel, he's very strong when it comes down to a sprint, and probably that last lap will be a long sprint.
It might be. It could be a 3-minute sprint the way they've been riding. Vogel twice inside the top 5 in short track this year. Here we go then, things are definitely going to wind up. 1 to go then here in Bresse. And it's a Frenchman leading. Kirschbaumer leading the chasing group.
And Jens Schuurman from Belgium in this first 8 riders as well.
Attacks being launched left, right and centre. We'll show you what's happening at the front any second. They're going to be on that long climb. Here we go.
Jens Schuurman now, he's leading from Belgium, national champion from Belgium.
Wow, did you expect that?
Not at all. Avancini
again. Van der Poel now up to 2nd place. This is where one of the decisive attacks could be launched. Van der Poel's going.
Wow,
Van der Poel goes.
Wow.
It's a bit like we saw in Anneke Langward. Look at him. He's nearly ripping the handlebars off it. So that was unbelievable.
Sorry, nothing to say.
Wow. Didn't see that coming. He played a different game tonight.
Yeah, different game.
He's won these short track races from the front.
Ooh, very powerful.
Wow, look at that, Bart. He is
gear right now, he's pushing it.
It is over for everybody else.
Wow, impressive what he did.
He has got so much power, so much poke. Incredible. He stamped on it, Bart, and no one could go with him.
He tries to save the energy for that last lap. Another small climb for him is coming up. Avancini is 2nd. Lars Foster is coming to the front as well of this chasing group. 2nd place for him right now. Nino Schurter, he's on that 3rd place of the chasing group. But this man, Mathieu van der Poel, is still leading. Lars Foster now, there he is. Is he able to close that gap? There's not a small climb coming up later on this last lap.
Well, Van der Poel going to do himself no harm in the overall either with this, if he can carry it on. Which it looks like he can. Wins in Albstadt short track, Novia, Mesto,
A small climb
and
for him.
Andorra. Look at the pace of him up there.
Lars Forster, second place, the European champion. It's Avancini who's third, together with Nino Schurter who's fourth at the moment.
And they're looking like they might actually catch Forster on that climb. They didn't. But this is turning into a big sprint. Schurter going with Avancini. Maybe be able to get around him.
Recovering here.
Schurter doesn't need to worry about Van der Poel, of course, already taking the title this year. And he will be on the front row, Bart. So that's probably job well done for Nino coming into Sunday's race.
But the top three here in this race means for all these riders a lot too. And
Mathieu Van der Poel wheelies across the line as Nino Schurter crashes out behind him, or crashes behind him. Win at number 5 for Mathieu Van der Poel in the short track.
And a technical problem probably for Nino Schurter, but still in the top 8.
I think he slid out on that last turn.
It might be like that, yeah.
Forster second, Avancini third, Florian Vogel fourth. Schurman's in 5th place to Belgium. Schurter crosses the line 6th, still on the front row. Marat.
Sebastian Carstensen, 8th place for him from Denmark.
Front row for him as well. Photo finish there, Saru, Karad. Lou on a photo finish.
Martin Lou, probably the last rider.
Oh, puncher.
Not good at all for Manuel Fumik.
What a shame for that man.
Probably he burped his tire because there are not that many rocks on this track, this short track.
Well, exciting as ever. And Van der Poel delivering again.
Grant Ferguson crossing a line on 22. Kersbaum on 21.
So there's Henrik Avancini. Whoa.
Third place for him. Second place for Lars Forster, but this man here. The way how he attacked on that last climb, impressive.
Incredible poke, hasn't he? Incredible. So much power.
And he didn't show that strong during the race.
Is he a good actor?
Seems to be. That's the way how you have to play the game.
Maxime Marat even had the energy to wheelie over the finish line one-handed. Look at that.
But it's a fast crossing the line. He slapped away. Nino Schurter here and back up the screen.
Let's go down to Rick. He's with Mathieu.
Mathieu, another incredible short track win, but was always your tactics to attack like that right at the end?
Yeah, like we said before the race, you can lose it or you can win it there, and I think I won the race there.
You were right in that front group for the whole thing. Was that important this evening?
Yeah, I think so, and especially with the finish straight, it was quite a long bit, where it was in disadvantage to be alone. So I think everyone was just waiting for the final lap to put their final attack in. I came away strongest.
It's the final UCI World Cup short track of the year. What have you made of it as a discipline?
Yeah, I think it's quite good for me. Only got first and second place, I think, so that's better than the cross country on Sunday. So for me, it's a good addition as a racing, but even though I'm good at it, it's pretty hard.
It's your last chance to win an XCO World Cup this year on Sunday as well. How big a deal is that?
We will see. It's going to be very hard, of course, but that's always the case. So there's a reason I haven't won yet this year, I think, and it's going to be very hard to do that on Sunday, but we're going to go for it.
Mathieu, well done this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So his third cross-country short track win of 2018. Second in Novia Mesto, second in Andorra.
And some extra points for him for that second place in the overall.
Hasn't finished outside the top 2 in any short track he's competed. Incredible. Lars Forster just 6 seconds back. Avancini, Vogel, Schurter crashing on the last turn, didn't help him. 6th place.
Sebastian Finney Carstensen, yeah, 8th place.
Front row good for him first time. First row, front row for the first time for that man.
A full suspension bike as well for him.
Cooper's going to be on the third row.
Yeah, especially on a course like this for Sunday. Oh, that crash of Nino in that last corner. It's bad for him.
Frustrating for him, yeah.
We don't see that many crashes of him normally.
No, he's not a man to make mistakes.
No.
It looks like Mathieu van der Poel's got the form. Is he going to be able to take that over to Sunday?
He's in a good shape.
Still
That's for
searching
sure.
for that first cross-country World Cup win. So all the way from Brazil, Henrik Avancini.
Another podium in the short track race for him.
Another top three finish. Actually, the winner in Andorra, second in Mont-Saint-Anne.
He's in a good shape too, this man.
Lars Foster, his best short track finish of the year. 3 times fifth for that man. But the dominant force is this man, Mathieu van der Poel. 3 wins to him. Sam Gay's actually won 2.
And he already showed his smile in that interview with Rick before the race. He did it in the race.
He did. So Van der Poel closes that points gap down. Not that it really matters. It matters that he's extended it, though, over Henrik Avancini. Maxime Marot, 4th place for him.
A bit further down for Maxime Marot. Lost some points.
So that race there, not really affecting the overall standings too much. Anton Cooper goes from 7th back to 8th. Okay, let's go down to Rick. He's with our friend from Brazil.
Henrik, another short track podium. Are you disappointed not to come away with a couple of places higher this evening?
I mean, for sure I could try the win today, and I think I did my best. I couldn't really change much. I'm feeling that I have the shape, I have good legs, but today I just wasn't too sharp, on the steep piece. I was always kind of on the edge. So I just tried to hurt the guys little by little, lap by lap, and I was squeezing consistency. And I mean, in the end, I think I did a good race. On final lap, it was a bit too much to me, especially when Van der Poel made the move. I had to control myself, because if I tried to follow him that way, I would probably explode. But I think it was a nice race, was a bit more action than the last one in Mont-Saint-Anne. So I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy with the shape I am at the moment. So I'm looking forward to Sunday. I really would love to score my best performance on Sunday race. So I'm looking forward. Let's see how I can do and what I can achieve on the overall. I'm looking good so far. So let's see.
Wet and muddy conditions this evening. What are you hoping for weather-wise on Sunday?
I would like to, today was kind of muddy. I think it was nice for the crowd to watch, some side wheels. But I would like to have a sunny day on Sunday, mainly for the crowd. Would be nice. France, it's delivering really well so far. So I would like to have like a nice weather on Sunday. But to me, to be honest, it doesn't really change much. I just want to race my bike, whatever comes. I just want to take it and to improve myself. So if it's muddy or sunny, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a good one.
Henrik, we look forward to seeing you there. Well done this evening. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. See you on Sunday.
So this is when it all changed, and when Mathieu van der Poel literally rode away with it.
Yeah, rode away. That last lap, the way how we attacked here on this last climb, that long climb actually was impressive. So much horsepower he ran down. And at the top of that long climb, he had a huge gap.
He's an incredible man. He wins sprints on the road though, doesn't he, Bart?
Yeah, he does, yeah. And that's his strength. And he saved all the energy for that last lap, for that last climb. Now, from here on, he could save some energy again in the descents, recovering another small climb, and he crossed the line in winning position.
Good to see a big smile on Henry Avancini's faces.
Yeah, he seems to be in a good shape too, but maybe he made the mistake to lead most of the time in this short track race. It costs a lot of energy for him too, but you have to stay in front of the race.
Well, he's smiling. There's plenty more to look forward to on Red Bull TV this weekend, as well as mountain biking here. We have got cliff diving. The 5th stop of the Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series takes place in the heart of the Danish capital of Copenhagen. The men's 27-metre platform is mounted on the roof of the Opera House with the Amalienborg Palace as the regal backdrop. Don't miss the action this Saturday on Red Bull TV. And of course, we are far, far from done here in Bresse, France. Men's downhill and women's downhill tomorrow. This is going to be something to look forward to. Brand new track, short, incredibly punchy, and the French are on the rampage. And then on Sunday, of course, we've got the 2 cross-country races for you. The riders we've just seen in action go again over the longer discipline. And that will be something to watch as well. Make sure you join us live on Red Bull TV for that. But thank you very much. Enjoyed that. It was good.
Yeah, it was really good. Especially the points for the overall standing makes it so interesting to watch this race too. So there are 2 games going on in one race.
All warmed up for Sunday. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for the downhill. From Rob Warren and Bart Brenchens, goodbye for now.
Goodbye.